China hopes the Alaska meeting will separate politics from trade, and ultimately lead to lower U.S. tariffs as well as its commitment to buy more U.S. goods. Unfortunately, the U.S. is not yet ready to make concessions. Senior officials from the United States and China met in person on Thursday, March 18, 2021 for the first time since U.S. President Joe Biden took office. However, the progress of the talks towards a settlement of major sources of economic tensions, including disputes about technology and trade, is far from agreed. U.S. Secretary of State Tony Blinken and National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan will attend a two-day meeting with Chinese counterparts Wang Yi and Yang Jiechi in Anchorage, Alaska. The two sides will bring a lot of issues to talk about. Former President Donald Trump spent much of his tenure raising tensions between the world's two largest economies. He sparked a bitter trade war between the two countries that until recently the problem had not unraveled, and he punished some of China's most prominent tech companies with crippling sanctions. Most were raised over concerns that the company would pose a threat to U.S. national security. For now, it's likely that other political disputes will dominate the conversation in Anchorage, according to William Reinsch, a trade expert at the Center for Strategic and International Studies who served for 15 years as president of the National Council on Foreign Trade. The two countries have recently clashed over a number of issues, including Beijing's crackdown on Hong Kong, a former British territory, and allegations of widespread human rights abuses in western China's Xinjiang region. China hopes the Alaska meeting will separate politics from trade, and ultimately lead to lower U.S. tariffs as well as its commitment to buy more U.S. goods. Unfortunately, the U.S. is not yet ready to make concessions. I don't think it has sunk in the president's limited flexibility with respect to the sharp shift in U.S. public opinion toward China and the strong demands in Congress from both sides to be hardline against China. Reinsch was quoted as saying by CNN Business, "So trade and technology remain a problem, but other issues, especially human rights, are currently higher on the list." He added, Washington may have already confirmed that geopolitics will be the focus of the meeting. Earlier this week, the U.S. government sanctioned 24 Chinese and Hong Kong officials after Beijing further limited the ability of people in the city to freely choose their leader. Blinken also criticized China in a meeting with its counterparts in Tokyo on Tuesday, where he accused Beijing of threatening regional stability. Neither party indicated that they saw Anchorage as a place for meaningful change in their relationship. Biden's administration has stressed that the summit was a one-off meeting intended as a preliminary discussion. Beijing also said it did not have high expectations for the event. Underestimating expectations for the meeting reflects domestic politics. On the U.S. side, Biden wants to avoid appearing too lenient with Beijing, but also the state of the broader relationship. Eurasia Group analysts wrote in a research note last week, neither the U.S. nor China wants to make concessions that the other side thinks are necessary to meaningfully diffuse tensions.